Hello everyone, this is Gary, back in black. I know this is him at work. A little scary, but Under Armour is, I'm not doing a plug, but Under Armour is our supporter, so I got the shirt for free, so I can't complain. I'm gonna skip around a little bit. I promised that I would do a section on part 2 of marketing for older people, but I have a kind of stream of consciousness thing that goes on with me, and when something comes up, I like to talk about it. Recently, I made a post on LinkedIn, and it was concerning an ad. It was a marketing ad for a certain company, and it was a good ad. It was a fitness ad. But my concern with it was that the ad did not represent, in my area, exactly what is offered by the club. And I stand by that. I'm not going to say the club's name, but I stand by that. This club has recently rebranded. They've done a wonderful job rebranding, and branding is very important. That's what I've been trying to do. We're a single club. Brand, if you don't have a brand, nobody knows who you are. It's very difficult for you. Someone like Virgin Active, who's adding 20 new places in Thailand over the next 2 to 5 years. Well, people know Virgin. They know the Virgin name. Their brand is already there. So that's half the battle for them, and they have a lot of money to back them up. They're probably trying to monopolize, trying to corner the market in fitness here, which they very well may do. My thoughts on Virgin are something that I'll talk about it later, but it kind of goes hand in hand with what I said here. I think, and I know that the way marketing goes, when you market something, usually you market to what you think people want to see, or you try to brand as you market. But sometimes what you're branding an image, like a clothing line, and this is probably horrible. Abercrombie used to use a marketing ad where they used a lot of fit young men, and then they said, oh, well, people got up in arms. Why aren't you using, the owner said, well, we don't use really ugly people in our branding, and they got in trouble, and now they're on the out, so their brand is suffering. So your brand is very important, and who you market to is very important. In the fitness industry, you should create an image, but when you brand, you also have to back that brand up. And that's my opinion. A lot of clubs don't do this. They talk a good game. Their marketing will be great. But when you go into the club, the people that work there and the quality of instruction that you get and the knowledge just is not there. It's not met. The marketing does not match what you actually receive. Now the club can look the same, but the people are not the same, and what you receive is not the same. The knowledge is not there. Bottom line is, maybe they're making a lot of money, and I know, again, I'm very stupid in this area. I know marketing. I know business. I know that we are a business, and you have to make money. I just want to see the way that we do it change. I believe that the quality of the people that you hire should be part of your brand. I don't think you can bring Joe Blow off the street, who was a football player, who looks good, but knows nothing about training, and let him do a cookie cutter training. You design a training session for him, and he does that with everybody. But he looks good, but he doesn't know what he's doing. I work Asia Fitness Conference every year. Many clubs send their trainers to the Asia Fitness Conference because they offer some really good seminars there. Most of the Asia Fitness Conference is in English. About 85% of the people who come to these Asia Fitness Conference, they're from China, Thailand, Malaysia, all around Asia, Southeast Asia. They don't speak English. And some of these are scientific-based seminars. So how they're learning anything is beyond me. Now, at the end of the day, they go back and then they will say, oh, well, our trainers, went to this and they do that. Sometimes they give in-house certifications, which that's a whole different story, which is a bunch of BS. In-house certifications are not certifications. I'm sorry. Unless you have someone who's very qualified to do it and they're doing a proper certification. Unless you have people who have graduated with a degree in exercise science who should already, you know, that's a tell in itself. You know, if you've graduated from a good university, and I'm only going to I'll give a shout out to Mahadhan University here. They have an excellent exercise science department. The kids who come out of there, they don't need to take the most simple certification, which is the ACE certification, which anyone should be able to pass. They are passing the CSCS, the NSCA's certifications, ACSM certifications, which are very difficult. I don't believe, again, like I said before, in a lot of certifications. I could teach these kids a lot of information. And they're not going to get a certificate for it, but they already have a bachelor's degree in this. You know, some of them have master's degrees. Why do I need a 6 hour, you know, well, not a 6 hour, it could be a 6 month barefoot training certification. I'm a master barefoot trainer certification. Does that help your brand? Well, maybe. I mean, to the general public, maybe. It's a waste of money to me because you can do your own research. There's some things like Les Mills classes where you want to learn a new class. Sure, you need to go do that. If you want to learn how to teach their method of their class, that's a little bit different. But the conversation I got with this guy, he was a general manager, but a business person. And he was standing up for his company, which I respect that. But my point was to him is, does your club back up what this advertising is saying? And he never really said yes or no. My thought is probably no. I don't know. I don't know that for a fact. Maybe he did. I know most of the places around here that are similar to his place, they don't. And there's a lot of lying that go on here. Oh, these people are very well trained. Well, no, they're not. They're not very well trained. And I don't mean everybody has to have a certification, a certificate. Certificate, unless you know where it's from, like I said, the NSCA, ACSM, there are a few more that are very good certifications. They don't take a day or two. Some of them take 3 months, 4 months, you know, that's long as a college course, which gives you a good base knowledge. I really believe that you should have a degree in exercise science, but that's a pipe dream. That's never going to happen. So my argument to him was, you know, we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And that is my dream, if I can quote Martin Luther King Jr. on that. That is my dream in this industry. Is I think you can do it. I'm not saying they're lying, but you can do it honestly. So your marketing, we don't have the resources to do a lot of TV advertising like that. But all of our marketing online is spot on. Whatever I tell you online, on Facebook, Instagram, our website, it's completely true. Everyone's credentials, completely on board. I can prove it. Go into some of these clubs and ask. They can't give you that. They'll never be able to give you